Okay, now the next concept is aniline point. What is that? Aniline point. Okay, this is an important property which should be held by a lubricating oil, because generally lubricating oils used to lubricate the machinery parts. There the machinery parts contains rubber sealings. There the machinery part contains rubber sealings or rubber lids. Some lubricating oils have a tendency to dissolve those rubber sealings in it. So, for example, I took a machinery part, okay? Into that machinery part I have added a lubricating oil. I covered the machinery part, the engine with a rubber lid. After a few days, if I observe, the lid dissolved in the lubricating oil because it has a tendency to dissolve it. Okay? When it dissolved the rubber sealings in it, oil become contaminated. So oil become poor. Right? So it should not be good one. In order to find whether the lubricating oil is good or bad for the machinery parts which are having rubber sealings or rubber lids, can be known with the help of aniline point. With the help of aniline point. So, what is aniline? It is an aromatic hydrocarbon. It is an aromatic hydrocarbon. Right? So, leave about this. Take lubricating oil. Take lubricating oil. Lubricating oil contains hydrocarbon chain. The hydrocarbon chain may be aliphatic or aromatic. Okay? If the lubricating oil containing hydrocarbon chain, the hydrocarbon chain is aliphatic. Okay? It is good lubricating oil. If the lubricating oil is containing aromatic hydrocarbons, it is bad lubricating oil. Why? Because if the lubricating oil is containing aromatic hydrocarbons, then the lubricating oil may have high tendency to dissolve the rubber sealings or rubber lids. Right, guys? So, how do we know whether the lubricating oil is containing aromatic hydrocarbon rich or aliphatic hydrocarbon rich? Okay? Yeah. Now, take a test tube. Into the test tube add 5 ml lubricating oil, in which we are going to characterize the lubricating oil. Take 5 ml of lubricating oil. To that add 5 ml of aniline. To that add 5 ml of aniline. Okay? So one is lubricating oil, another one is aniline. Both are with same quantities. Both are with same quantities. Now, the two liquids are immiscible. They do not mix with each other. So it is immiscible. I want to mix the two liquids, okay, to make it homogeneous. Okay, for which I am raising the temperature. Initially they are at 30 degrees Celsius. Now I raise the temperature to 35. Okay, again check it whether the two liquids mixed with each other or not. Okay, if not mixed, I have raised the temperature to 32 degrees, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50. When I reach 50 degrees Celsius temperature, okay, then the two liquids become homogeneous. The two liquids become homogeneous. When the temperature is reducing, when it reaches to again 30 degrees Celsius, from 50 to 30, when at the 30 degrees Celsius, the two are heterogeneous. When it reaches to 50 degrees Celsius, they become homogeneous. When the temperature is again come down to 30 degrees Celsius, they become heterogeneous. Right? So, by which what I understand is that it takes more temperature to become miscible with each other. It takes more temperature to become miscible with each other. I have a question in my mind. Why it is taking more temperature to become miscible with each other? Because one is aniline, another one is lubricating oil. Okay? If lubricating oil is containing hydrocarbon chain, kind of aromatic hydrocarbons, then you need not to rise the temperature more. At lower temperature only, the two liquids will miscible with each other. Repeating again. Okay? If the lubricating oil is containing hydrocarbon chain, kind of aniline. Aniline, what kind of hydrocarbon? Aromatic hydrocarbon. If the lubricating oil also containing aromatic hydrocarbons, okay, aniline is already an aromatic hydrocarbon, likes like. So the two liquids will become miscible at very low temperature. You need not to rise the temperature up to 50 degrees Celsius. Okay, it may be necessary, it may be sufficient to rise the temperature by 5 degrees Celsius itself. Okay, but here the thing is not happening. It takes high temperature to become homogeneous. That means the lubricating oil is not containing aromatic hydrocarbons. Okay, so here the temperature is called 50 degrees temperature is called aniline point. Here the aniline point is high. High temperature is required to miscible the 5 ml of equal quantities of aniline and lubricating oil. If the temperature is high, aniline point is high. When the aniline point is high, that means the temperature required to miscible 5 ml of lubricating oil with 5 ml of aniline also high. When the temperature required to miscible the equal quantities of aniline and the lubricating oil is high, that means the lubricating oil is containing aliphatic hydrocarbons. When the lubricating oil is containing aliphatic hydrocarbons, right? When the lubricating oil is containing aliphatic hydrocarbons, that is good lubricating oil. That is good lubricating oil. So, if aniline point is more, okay, aliphatic hydrocarbons are more. When aliphatic hydrocarbons are more, lubricating oil is good lubricating oil which cannot dissolve the rubber sealings and rubber lids in it. Right? If you see in opposite, okay, I took 5 ml of aniline and 5 ml of lubricating oil. The temperature is rising. When I reach 35 degrees Celsius, the two liquids become miscible with each other. That means the aniline point is less. Why the aniline point is less? Because the two liquids become at less temperature. Why the two liquids become miscible with each other at less temperature? Because the one is aniline and the other one is lubricating oil. Okay, maybe the lubricating oil is containing hydrocarbon chain which is a kind of aniline, that means aromatic. That's why it takes very less temperature to become miscible with each other, right? So at low temperature the two liquids become miscible, means there the lubricating oil is containing a kind of substances like aniline, aromatic hydrocarbons. If the aromatic hydrocarbons are more in lubricating oil, it is dangerous, because the aromatic hydrocarbons present in the lubricating oil may dissolve the rubber sealings or the rubber lids present in lubricating oil. So that is bad lubricating oil. So aniline point high. Melting point is high. That means the lubricating oil is containing aliphatic hydrocarbons. Aliphatic hydrocarbons. When the lubricating oil is containing aliphatic hydrocarbons, it is good lubricating oil. If melting point is low, then the lubricating oil is containing aromatic hydrocarbons more. When the lubricating oil is containing aromatic hydrocarbons more, that may dissolve the rubber sealings. That's why it is called bad lubricating oil. Kindly note that. Okay? Yeah. The next topic is mechanical strength. Mechanical strength. Okay? Yeah, it has a 4-ball mechanism. Okay? 3 balls. This is one ball made up of iron or steel. This is another ball which is made up of metal. Okay. Now, if the 3 are rotating, then what happens? One is in contact with another one. So contact area increased. Due to the increase in contact area, frictional forces increases. Due to the frictional forces, heat liberation increases. Due to the heat liberation increase, they will melt. That means this instrument will spoil. So in order to prevent the spoiling of the instrument, we need to introduce a lubricating oil. I have introduced one lubricating oil. Okay. Again, switched on the machinery part. The balls are moving. Okay. After some time, I switched off the machinery part and took out the balls and setting on the surfaces of the balls. If the surface of the ball become rough and tough, if the surface of the ball become rough and tough, that means the introduced lubricating oil is not working properly at the weight of the balls. So you need to introduce a lubricating oil which can retain better at the weight provided by the balls. So that is called mechanical strength. That's what I said. For all the machinery parts, lubricating oils are not same. The selection of lubricating oils depends upon the type of machinery parts. Right? This is about mechanical strength. So these are the properties. So in our class we have studied the important properties should be held by a good lubricating oil. Okay, one is viscosity, another one is flash and fire points, the other one is cloud and pour point, another one is acid number, next annealing point, next mechanical strength. Viscosity always should be moderate but not high and not low. Flash and fire point always should be more. Cloud and pour point always should be lower than the working temperature. Annealing point always should be high. Right? Yeah, next one, acid number. Acid number of lubricating oil always should be less. Next, mechanical strength. The mechanical strength of oil always should be more. So these are the important properties. If the lubricating oil possesses the above said properties, okay, then that lubricating oil can be considered as a good lubricating oil. Right guys? Thank you.